I can understand wanting to do it.
Yeah.
For the purpose of slapping someone. I cannot understand getting slapped.
Yeah. I'm telling you, though, man, there's something special about them Russians. The American one's not as good. It's good, but it's not as good. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my God, it was the funniest article I've ever read in my entire life.
I watched a couple of compilation videos on YouTube. I've got it all figured out.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Dumpling?
Dumpling?
Yeah, because Vasily Kamatsky, the boogeyman who slaps himself, is nicknamed the Dumpling.
I have to cut you off because I don't want to talk about this for D&D Day, especially since we didn't talk about D&D last week.
You didn't?
No, because Hunter was here.
I didn't listen.
Oh my God.
After I was like,
Are you kidding me?
No, I listened. I'm joking.
Okay, so today I
did get
to
bored
talk
of all
about
the video game talk, but I'm sure they'll get bored of all the anime talk. So it's give and get.
So I released the episode about the gods,
right?
So
on the world building chaos thing.
Yeah, I'm still working those out.
Have you decided on the total number of them? Like, it seemed like you were pretty definite, but I thought there was going to be more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's room for more if it's built properly. I think
there's only 6 stats, so I guess it makes sense that there'd only be like 6.
That's actually one of the reasons I dialed it back, because originally I had 8.
Yeah.
And mostly I had the shark just because I wanted to have the shark, because I think that that's the best animal.
Really? That's your favorite animal?
Full stop. Yeah,
really?
Dude. Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a killing machine, but...
Well, this is why... No, that's one of the reasons that I love Deep Blue Sea. You know, you might be familiar.
Yeah, I am.
Tom Jane and LL Cool J.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember Sphere?
Oh, yeah.
That was a good book. I read the book before I saw the movie, and I was like,
Were it not for their dinosaur brains, sharks would probably take over the earth.
They are pretty wild, man. I'm not going to lie.
Well, they're immune to fucking everything. We should be okay. I'm getting off track. We're gonna talk.
That's what I do, baby.
About the D&D stuff.
That's what I do.
So yeah, I think that the 6 for the stats.
By the way, Cody's not here again because we filmed 2 episodes in a row. So
yeah. So yeah, now that suspension of disbelief is gone.
Yeah, whatever. What, you think we film these every Tuesday and Thursday at like noon and then drop them at 2?
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Sunday night. By the way, how's it going, moms?
Oh, yeah. It is technically Monday. It's technically Mother's Day.
Wow. It's technically Monday.
It's definitely not technically Monday.
No,
in my head, it is. It's technically Mother's Day today, Sunday, when we're filming this. So much love to all the mothers.
I noticed that MILFs was trending on Twitter, which is a good sign. I was like, whoa. And I was like, oh, makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. If
you're a mom, like, comment, and subscribe. What?
With the stats.
If you have a mom, like, comment, and subscribe.
With the stats, I think that the exchange I want to be with other ability scores.
Okay. So I want there to be a direct, -1?
Yeah, I think I want there to be a direct +1, -1, and then also a cool thing and a shitty thing. So I think that, and also with that, I would like to do it in such a way that it can be beneficial for your character, but it can't lend itself to brokenness.
Right, which is a lot of stuff. But...
There's a lot of stuff in D&D that just lends itself to being broken.
Yeah.
So I want to do it in such a way where a bonus in a particular ability is going to give you a negative in an ability that would probably help whatever build you're doing,
like
based
an
on what you're
adjacent
picking.
Score.
So
wouldn't be like a dumb stat.
So for the bear, I would give them a +1 to strength and a -1 to dex.
I would say that or con. No, bears have good constitution.
Yeah,
I was gonna say. I think the snake
one.
I
think it's more about attacking. Like if you have really good strength and really good dex, it's like, you're gonna hit everything.
Yeah.
So like for getting the bonus of strength, then you're foregoing dex, which is kind of how you should build anyway. Like, it's like if you wanna beat someone with a fucking mace, you need to be a fighter or a barbarian, not a rogue.
Yeah. I think the one that I was thinking of that seemed, and again, this is maybe just me, but like when I was thinking of the serpent one, that seemed like an obvious -1 to strength.
Well, definitely a -1 to. I think I want to do a -1 to con for ravens because.
Yeah, but ravens can eat fucking anything.
What do you mean?
Ravens are hardy, bro. They'll like pluck out eyes and shit. They don't give a fuck. They eat corpses and shit.
Yeah, but you could step on one and kill it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Okay.
When I say,
well, I was thinking of constant. Okay, whatever. Maybe I was just thinking, isn't when you think of like the 6 as tomatoes, Constitution is being able to eat a rotten tomato?
Yeah, but also like
That's how basic my mind works, Chaz. I was
yeah, but
thinking of rotten
Constitution,
tomatoes, and I was like,
Constitution dictates your health overall.
Oh, that's true.
So if you were like, wizards are squishy. Dude, like, what are you talking about? Crows are hardy. Motherfucker, I could choke a crow in like
Yeah, if you can get your hands on it, it'll
2.5
pluck your
minutes.
eyes out before you get a chance to.
Dude, well, what I'm telling you is...
Listen, I'm just saying, like, in real life, if a bunch of crows showed up or, like, ravens showed up in your face, you'd lose. I would
Okay.
lose, too.
Well, how about this?
Fucking Mike Tyson would lose.
Would you rather fight a raven or a bear?
A raven.
There you go.
Yeah. But that's like, that. I mean, what,
And
dude?
by the way, of all of the animals, which do you think would be the easiest to kill with your bare hands?
A bear, because bare hands.
No, a raven.
I don't know. You could step on a snake pretty easily.
Snakes are faster than ravens.
I don't know.
They'd get you.
Snakes are stuck on the ground, though. Ravens have that. Like, here's the thing. This is why I hate insects that fly. You have an advantage in combat. You have an advantage on a roll against me
Yeah.
because you can move in 3 dimensions. I can't.
That's true.
So it's like, would I rather have, like, I think it'd be harder to pin down a raven that's flying around my fucking head, pecking my eyes out and shit, than it would be to, like, just step on a snake.
Yeah, maybe.
It also depends on the environment.
Also,
I could fight a bear if it's, like, me on a boat and the bear's in the water. Like, I'm sure I'd be fine.
yeah, okay.
You know, but...
Well, I think that like with the snake, I would give them a maybe a negative to their wisdom or a negative to their strength. Well,
I think wisdom would
what I
work.
wanted to do was invert the panther and the bear. Plus
Okay.
1 strength, minus 1 dex, plus 1 dex, minus 1 strength.
You could make it the cougar. Happy
No,
Mother's
it's
Day,
got-
Cougars.
It has to be the panther
Happy Mother's Day, Cougars.
because of Santher
I'm just saying.
and the Santher
it's
Panthers.
literally just a joke because Cougars and it's Mother's Day, and like cougar is a term for an attractive older lady, and that is where my mind went.
If you think that I'm not acknowledging it because I didn't get it,
No, I know you got it. I just thought it'd be funny if I explained it and then kind of trailed off as I do.
right?
Yeah.
So the panther. So what else is there? The dragon. It gets a plus 1 to
Panther from
whiz.
Santher
Well, I'm a panther from Santher.
with Chris Hansen
Yeah.
from Hansen.
I was watching Catch a Predator earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, the dragon. I'm trying to think of what its negative would be because on the face of it, a dragon you would think has a negative 2 charisma. But from a lore perspective,
Yeah,
dragons
that kinda-
are
that
actually
kinda-
pretty charismatic.
I don't know. I guess.
Like if it were just a dumb beast, because it depends on what kind of dragon you're talking about. If you're talking D&D dragons, especially if you're talking like chromatic dragons,
Yeah, those
they can
things are-
speak. They're very sentient.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the whole
They're
like
incredibly
wise thing. But if a dragon were a shark, for example, it would not be charismatic.
No.
It would be a giant fucking scary monster.
Although I guess
that's
like we
gonna
also
kill
gotta,
you.
I guess maybe just because dragons are charismatic doesn't mean that their inheritance would be. Maybe like the prestige and the inflated ego of being born under the dragon sigil causes you to not be very charismatic by nature because you believe you're above others.
Well, their flaw is arrogance.
Yeah. So maybe that
it would actually really make sense that their negative would be cha.
yeah.
Because they would have kind of like
Even though dragons are charismatic.
they've got their nose up in the air a bit,
Yeah.
like everything else is lesser,
Yeah.
which totally falls in suit, like with it being arrogance. So I like that. So plus 1 to whiz, minus 1. What if we just invert all of them that way and we make the serpent plus 1 to cha, minus 1 to whiz?
That would work.
And
Because I
then-
do think, I mean, when you think of snakes in lore, typically, they're cunning, they're the tricksters. I mean, fucking, it's what caused the downfall of Adam and Eve, you know? So, like, a very charismatic snake makes sense.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I would say that's a fair, because you've also got Dex for the panther.
Right.
So the only other thing that I could think of for a snake is it's dexterous. So if we're going based on like elimination mode, I would say that the charismatic is the one to go.
I feel like now the more that I think about it, because, I said that we're going to make the Phoenix's thing really crazy. And we've talked about that.
We have.
About it just being
And it's
like
going to be fucking rad.
coming back from the dead.
Oh,
And
spoiling
then,
that shit?
we've talked about it. You brought it up originally. You're the one that gave me the idea for it.
Oh, word.
Because it was your idea about the voodoo people.
Oh, that's
and
right.
these people coming back.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Lazarus.
that should be a thing.
I have another character
that's
idea.
just canon in the story. And so that gave birth to all the other animal gods.
Oh, word.
I love stuff like that. That's
I'm
why
in
I
part
like
father of
Fruits
some of the story.
Basket and
Hell yeah.
Berserk, because it's like I just like the categorization of like everybody loves that shit. The houses in Game of Thrones and the houses in Harry Potter.
It's a great way to get people like, because then you can sell merch.
Yeah, well,
the different things.
I was really thinking more of it.
That's where
from
my
like
mind went.
A creative
Straight
enjoyment
up.
perspective.
Having like a T-shirt with the Panther on it, like for your
yeah.
For your Pantheon.
Well, the
fuck yeah.
Santher Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, that
dude,
shit.
you should have a jersey.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
just rip the Jaguars.
Well, I'm gonna
rip
write
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm gonna
and just replace the logo with yours.
I'm gonna write the I'm gonna
awesome.
write the Santher Panthers in. They're gonna be part of
The
that.
Jacksonville Santhers.
They're gonna be part of that world.
Yes.
Yeah, the idea of the Phoenix coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
I think that their shit should be +1 to con and -1 to every other stat.
That seems fair.
Which, on the face of it, seems crazy.
No, I think it
But
seems like a fair
if
trade-off.
you have the ability to come back from the dead,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and also if the only punishment for that is that someone you know dies, and we do it
There's
on
not really
like a
much like
percentile roll.
And honestly, there's not much like in game that would affect. It wouldn't affect combat, at least.
I think that there should be a 30%, like a 30 to 50% chance that you coming back kills someone else in the party.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can choose what the percentile is. You don't have to go like, okay, 1 to 10, somebody in your family. 11
Yeah.
to 20, it's fucking some cuck.
Yeah, I mean, if you only have 10% chance,
30 to 40, it's like someone you met in a bar.
Yeah.
You know,
If you only do like 10%,
50 to 60 is the good one because it's like one of your exes.
yeah,
It's like, yes.
yeah. But I was thinking like if you make those ranges,
Yeah, fuck you, Tracy.
if you make those ranges broader,
Yeah.
then you allow for more of a chance for the really, really bad one to happen.
Yeah.
And I think 30% is fair.
Sure.
So I think you could do like 70. If you do like a percentile die, and it's like if it's 0 to 30, then somebody in the party dies.
Yeah.
And then if
It just
it's,
fails all 3 death saves.
yeah.
Instant
And then
death.
if it's 31 to,
God, that's gonna be crazy.
I
I feel like at that, okay, just thinking logistics at this point. If that's the case, then it would have to be a feature that's unlocked at like level 5, because you would need to have somebody in the party that can cast like Revivify. You can't just
Right.
like kill off like, oh, sorry, you're out of the game now forever. Like,
Yeah.
re-roll your
Well,
stats.
and we can do it that way because I considered building it that way, similar to how the Hunter is built, the Ranger in 5e, which by the way I think is really underrated. I don't know why everybody shits on Rangers. I guess it's because you can get most of the job done with like fighters, but it's just like
I don't know. For me, it felt like Rangers is one of those classes that doesn't really fit into like the group narrative for me. Like it seems like more like a solo class, which I think is
Yeah.
why like even though like obviously rogues fit into that description as well.
plot and setting is important too.
Sure.
Like, you know,
Whether you're on a boat and the bears in the ocean or whether both are on like a savannah, you know?
I've played like this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've played a Ranger, and there's something about them I like. I don't know, like I don't know.
It's
They're-
probably one of those things, if I had a good idea for a ranger, I would probably be all about it.
But one of the things that they do, and the reason that I said Hunter, is that that's one of the archetypes you can choose. When you're a Ranger, when you reach I think it's when you reach 3rd level, you can choose which of
Makes
these things
sense.
you are.
Yeah, it's the same with like monks.
And then within those things, there are abilities that are obtained as you level.
Yeah.
So I figured that we could do it that way, where it's like
makes sense.
at the first level, when you elect that you're going to be a follower of this religion, and I want to work in some stuff with that too, like
Oh,
maybe
for
make
sure.
some requirements for prayer and shit.
Yeah.
Just
Where's
so
your
it's
rosary
like,
beads?
you got to stay on top of that shit.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna get the benefit
Have you
from
prayed
the
yet
sigil,
today?
if you are saying that you were born under this sigil, then you've got to have the background to prove it. You've got to have like the practice to prove that.
It's like choosing a way of the hand for a monk. Like you have to choose like
Right.
the specific teachings, or like even the bard, like the different schools.
Yeah, the
bard-
colleges, right?
So
Yeah, and that's I think that that's a smart way to do it. Is at the beginning you get the +1 and the -1.
yeah. Oh,
Right
well, I
off the
mean,
bat.
it would be more of an investment, but I think it would be one that would pay off because like you're pretty much getting like -1 to everything. But at
Yeah,
level
not to mention you could
3
just start your campaign at level 5.
yeah.
and then not have to worry about it. So that seems cool. Like at first level, you get that. At 5th level, you do every 5 levels.
Yeah.
At 5th level, you get this thing.
That makes sense.
At 10th, at 15th, and then at 20.
I had an idea for a sailor character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He is a half orc whose eye has been gouged out. So he's known as One Eye. Because I was reading about half orcs. I think it's just half orcs where they get like a title based on like something that happens. But he's been like excommunicated from his family because he tried to usurp the throne. He tried to kill his older brother to become the next in line and got beaten. So then they beat the shit out of him, took one of his eyes and threw him in the ocean. And then he like washed up onto a boat, and now he's trying to like get revenge for his missing eye.
Damn.
Yeah, Beliger is his name.
Liger?
Beliger.
Beliger?
Yeah, I think it means like one-eyed king.
It's like an inverted beguiler.
Yeah, Bilyeger or something like that.
Not
Something
as
weird.
cool as Cadwallader.
No, Cadwallader is my favorite.
But
that
still
Maria.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Maria.
And I also like Lazarus a lot. I like the idea of like a voodoo technician who has taken over and like a town.
Yeah.
And has.
And then with the Raven, we do the +1 intelligence, -1 wisdom. Or no, -1 con.
Yeah. We just had that whole argument about crows.
Yeah. And then
I don't know, man. Crows are smart. Crows are they're crafty.
crows aren't ravens.
Yeah, but they're all in the same family.
They're not the same.
They're not.
What about and then the stag, which I mean I don't even know what the stag's bonuses are, let alone what its disadvantages would be.
I think it would be cool to have a wild card one where it's like you roll a die.
Or maybe similar to how like you pick a fighting style as a fighter. That's where you get your +1. So you get like, and what's cool about all of this is that it'll stack with whatever they're getting with their classes.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So
That's the whole
they'll be
point.
able to make some really beefy characters.
It'd also be interesting to see people who choose to role play it like as a warrior under the Raven or something.
Right.
Which would be cool to see, you know?
Yeah. It'd be really interesting because they would get these little bonuses that would be helpful for them in these specific instances, which you may or may not think would go with that character, but it always ends up, take it from somebody who always goes like the unconventional route with stuff. Always you'll be able to like,
There'll be a moment for that to shine.
yeah,
There'll be a
definitely.
moment. Yeah, for sure.
And then the stag, I guess, I think that we could make it where you can choose to get.
Yeah, it's like the branching horns, the branching paths of the stag.
Yeah, right. The versatility there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can choose like,
God, but then
+1 to
but then the
AC
stag feels like the Patronus from Harry Potter, and then I feel like we're encroaching too far into that territory.
oh, who gives a shit about Harry Potter?
I still feel like there's
Millions of people. Were you ever a Harry Potter fan?
Of course I was.
Yeah,
I went to a
read the
fucking
books.
art school. You think that there weren't like Harry Potter fans
Yeah,
everywhere?
I guess. Well,
I read that
you know,
series like 5 times over.
Well, the book came out when I was like 11.
Yeah,
the first.
It was
one.
like the perfect time, dude. I
And,
cried
yeah,
when I was like,
I
I am going into 6th grade, and I did not get my letter. I'm a goddamn muggle.
I don't know if you know this or not, but I never read all the books.
No,
So I walked away in book 5
I'm not surprised. Book 5 is the worst.
because I was
He's just a whiny little bitch.
Well, also
wants to talk with me.
I was
I'm
like
Harry Potter.
I was like 9 chapters in, and we weren't at school yet. And I was like,
You really wouldn't like the
this
last book.
is dumb.
Last book, they're not in the school at all.
The
There's
whole
a fight at the school, but they don't go to the school that year. In the 7th one? Yeah. They're on the run like the entire time.
That's so stupid.
I mean,
The whole appeal of in my opinion, the whole fucking appeal of the
Was
story
Hogwarts.
is Hogwarts. Is
Yeah.
you're being whisked away to this magical place where you'll learn cool shit.
yeah.
And I get it. Like people fall in love with the characters and they want to know about the character story, but I gotta be honest, man. Like, and like now
Snape's a
knowing
dick.
how everything
Sorry.
ends.
I don't even care. I don't even care what you think.
Dude, I was like,
Don't even care
the
what anyone thinks.
fuck do I
Fuck
care
Snape.
about these Dementors and this political shit with Harry not being able to go to school?
Yeah.
I'm done.
And then there's,
I'm not reading any more
it
of
gets
this.
worse too. Because there's like a bunch of like, I don't know. Like, honestly, my favorite book, I think, was the 3rd one, which was interesting because like that's, I think, the only one where there's not like a Voldemort appearance at the end. But I really liked the whole, I also like give it to Hermione to like get a fucking clock that rewinds time, and the only goddamn thing she does with it is take more class. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? How smart can you be if you have the power to control time and use it to take another goddamn class?
Okay, so I keep forgetting to do this, and I've got like a minute
Artsy
to do it for Artsy. Artsy submitted this. He's a homunculus bard.
Ooh.
Do you know about homunculuses?
I know about the Full Metal Alchemist version of homunculi.
They're the tiny little...
The dwarf in the flask.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is actually kind of awesome because he is...
Is he literally just in a flask?
He's
Like
considered tiny.
tiny little homunculi.
Summoned formed from the astral plane by his master Gwendolyn Parasol. Or Gwendolyn Persoil.
I was going to say, parasol is a fucking umbrella.
Persol. Samuel has spent the entirety of his long 3-year lifespan reading books. A lot of books. Although not sure where his master is, he figures she's around here somewhere.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I actually really like that.
Really cool.
That's a really cool concept.
Samuel the homunculus bard.
I didn't even think about like...
Oh, and he's got a character sheet too.
Aw.
Oh, dude. One of his bonds, my master, she's around here somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Personality traits: I've read every book in the world's greatest libraries. Well, my master has. Ideals: the more I know, the more people will pay me for information.
Nice.
I speak without thinking through my words.
You want to try that word again?
I speak without thinking through my words, invariably insulting others. I believe without a doubt I'm the smartest creature in the room, even though it's obvious that I'm not.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thank
That's
you
super
for that,
cool.
Artsy. I'm going to put that in there.
Yeah.
Samuel, the homunculus bard, will have a place in Juxtapost for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at No Big Banana.
Also, to all your moms out there,
All right, don't listen to him.
fuck that battle.
Send us an email at gmail. God damn it.
Yes.
No Big Banana.
I did it. I finally did it.
No Big
I completely
Banana
broke it.
at
Yes.
gmail.com.